and welcome. Today we are going to be making burgers. I'm going to present a recipe to make a burger bar and also how to make stuffed burgers. So my recipes are always vegetarian and even vegan actually tonight, although you can adapt them to any protein source you want to use, and I will also share alternatives. If you're joining live, make sure you post something in the comments, and if you're joining the replay, you can also add questions and suggestions for recipes people might like to share. Hello everyone who's joining live. My name is Charlotte Habegger. I am an independent consultant with Epicure. I'm also a senior director, and I am, most of all, a connector. I love connecting people to their life projects. I do it through different businesses and communities, and one of the main ways is through food. So what does food have to do with connection? Because you eat a couple times a day, and whatever goes into your body will be contributing to your life projects, right? So why not make it simple, tasty, easy, quick, and healthy? I'm also a scientist by training, so I love to share tips having to do with how things work and, just different things from what people usually hear in cooking classes. Are you ready to get started? Okay, so the recipe for today is a burger bar. Have you heard of that? Have you done that? Probably you have, it just hasn't had that name. So it may be an ideal idea for the current situation. It could be something that you could do outside if you have perhaps a way to grill the burgers. And it can be done inside as well, like for a family dinner. What's really cool about a burger bar, kind of like a taco bar or a salad bar, a chip bar, there's so many possibilities, is that everybody gets to eat things the way they like it. It's fun, it keeps kids busy, it makes everyone happy, and it's so simple because once you've prepared everything, you can just put it away just the way it was. So, also the product doesn't need to be finished. It's a burger bar. All you have to do is you prepare all the toppers for the burgers, everything that's going to go on it, people serve themselves. Very easy, very simple to make it look nice. It doesn't have to be a finished product. So let's get going. The way I'm going to do my burgers, there are 3 ways you could do them. I am going to use my usual Portobello mushrooms, which is my go-to favorite for a burger. Once you cook it, I'm going to do it in the wok. It will be thin, dark, and look like a burger. I'm also going to do a stuffed burger, so hang on for a second there. And if you would like to use a different protein source, maybe you are not vegetarian or you don't want to have a vegan meal, you could use ground meat. You could also use regular burgers, and I have spices for that. So you can make them with or without the spices. The one that I would use is our burger spice. So the Epicure products are available in the United States and Canada, and they are gluten-free, very different from anything you can buy in the store. The idea is for homemade food, to make it quick, simple, and inexpensive as well. So you have ingredients that are very easy to pronounce, gluten-free, kosher, non-GMO. Like, there's a whole bunch of really good things about the ingredients that I like as a scientist. Most of all, just tastes really yummy. Look at that. Can you not almost taste it? Smell it? So this makes a lump of ground meat or portobello mushrooms or whatever it tastes like the best burger you've ever had. So that's what we're going to do. I have a couple other options for your burgers, so I'm going to take a minute to share that. You could also make either a vegan option or a salmon burger. So we do have a mix called West Coast Burger, which is my absolute favorite new product from Epicure. I put it on everything. Salad, we don't eat meat at home, so I do an alternative to salmon. It is so yummy. I mean, you can make like a ranch salad with this. You could add yogurt to make a salad dressing, and just imagine like how much sodium you're eliminating by making your own food. So that's a second option for your burger. So the burger mix or the West Coast mix. And the last one for your burger is you could make a chicken burger. Of course, I will not be doing that because I only do vegetarian recipes, but I do use this mix, which is a little bit different, kind of like more of a Tex-Mex kind of thing. Tuscan, like Italian. Let me see if I can put it in the light so you can see it better. See it here as well. This is our Tuscan chicken burger. Tuscan. I'm mixing up the French and the English here. So here's our Tuscan chicken burger. I'm getting an Epicure delivery in the middle of my cooking class. How cool is that? So if you can see the picture of the burger here. But you could also do an equivalent of that would be vegan or vegetarian. So if you're watching, you could let me know which one you want me to use on my portobello mushrooms. So would you like me to use the regular burger mix, the West Coast salmon burger mix, or the Tuscan chicken burger mix? Any one of those is fine. Let me know which one. And if I see in the comments, then I will choose that. Great. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to just use some oil in the wok to heat up the portobello mushrooms. So of course, if you were cooking meat, make sure you do it longer. These don't need to be cooked very long. And before I cook them, I wanted to talk to you about the idea of making a stuffed burger. Okay? So if you are using ground meat, or there's also vegan equivalents to ground meat, then we have a burger press. It's very simple. You'd put your mix in here, and then you simply press to make a burger. And then once you've made the burger, you press it out. You could also just freeze them, make them ahead of time, and you can make stuffed burgers. So how do we make stuffed burgers with this? We have a little, it's a 3-in-1, a very simple. So you actually open this. I did that earlier. There you go. And now we have a little shape in here. So a stuffed burger means you make a regular burger, and then you indent it with this. And then you add another layer of the mix on top, so that in the middle you put something really yummy. So what would you put in a stuffed burger? I'm going to make a vegan equivalent of a stuffed burger, but things that people usually put in a stuffed burger, you could put cheese. You could put our extra cheese dip, which is a hot dip with mayonnaise and grated cheese and 3 of our dip mixes. That would be super yummy. You can put anything you want in the middle. I am going to do the same with my portobello. Before cooking it, I'm going to make the shape. So what I did is I'm taking a portobello mushroom, just to give you an idea here. This is what a portobello mushroom looks like. And what I did is I simply, because they're so much thicker in the middle, I cut in the middle a shape with my knife so that I can put something inside. It's going to be a stuffed, not covered, but stuffed burger. What do you think of that? What would you put in here? What am I going to put in here? Well, I'll tell you in a minute, because I want to get this I want this to get started cooking. So I have one with a hole and one without a hole, and I'm going to cook them in the wok. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, but you do not need to put olive oil in our wok. It's not necessary. You can also microwave these. It would take a minute or two. And I'm going to do it on the regular stove top here and cover it. Now, and I aim for my cooking classes to last about 20 to 30 minutes max. So I am going to talk about what I'm going to put on the burgers while they're cooking. Hope you're following. I cannot see the comments. It's something that's making me not able to see the comments. So unfortunately, I will answer afterwards. So I'm going to choose the regular burger mix for my burger. I know I asked you to choose, but I can't see the comments. So I'm going to sprinkle it over my burgers, but if you're making ground meat, ground beef, ground turkey, or whatever you're using, make sure you mix it in with the meat. But for the portobello mushrooms, of course, I can't do that. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Actually, I just sprinkle it liberally into the pan because I use a lot of spices. Spices for me are food and not just something to decorate. Let me know if you agree with that. Now, what do you put on your burgers? And remember, we're making a burger bar. So we're not going to put them all on the burgers. We're going to have like a bowl of each of the toppers. And when people serve themselves for the meal, they choose what they want, right? Okay, so what would you put on top of a burger? Two of my favorite toppers, I don't know if you've done this, is, well, tomato, of course, but I like to prepare it as a salsa. Makes it a little bit, Tex-Mex and spicy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tomato here and cut it up with a very sharp knife. So we do have with Epicure a prep knife that's ceramic and very sharp. It doesn't look like it, but it's very, very effective. So I'm going to cut my tomato into small pieces. And I'll remind you, I'm a scientist. I am not an artist, so it does not necessarily look pretty, but it's super yummy and super easy. Let me just make sure you can see me, of course. Okay, great. So I'm going to cut the tomato into small pieces, dice it up. You can make them smaller, bigger. And then I'm going to put that in one of our prep bowls. These are very practical because you can put them away in the refrigerator afterwards. They're also measuring bowls, so I can use them to measure if I need to. And I'm going to add our salsa mix to this. So we have a salsa mix, which is not in our burger collection, but it's one of our most popular products. Poco picante. It says poco, which is supposed to be a little bit, but it's very spicy. And you have a recipe, a couple recipes on each jar. You can make salsa a dozen times with this jar, like more than a dozen times. And I'm going to add half a teaspoon, because it's so spicy, to my tomatoes here. And on top of that, I'm going to add juice from a lemon. So I cut my lemon in two, and we have a lemon press, citrus press, lime and lemon, upside down, of course, to make it more, to get more out of it. And I'm going to press half of that in my tomato because we love lemon juice in my home. And then I'll show you what it looks like. We have our salsa mix it up with the tomato, and there our salsa is ready. Have you ever seen such a quick salsa to make? Especially with the lemon juice. So what else are we going to put on our burgers? I do have lettuce here in our collapsible strainer. I have lettuce, so we're going to use this for the burgers. I'm going to make a quick salad as well. And I don't know if you've done this, but believe it or not, I do put guacamole, avocado in my burgers. I put avocados in everything. It's one of my favorite foods, so I'm going to use half an avocado, 1 tablespoon of our guacamole mix to make guacamole. You can always add salt and pepper or whatever spices you do have at home if you do not have the ones I'm showing. The basis of all my recipes is real food, so actually if you don't have the Epicure products, it does work. I'm looking forward to reading your comments because I can't see them right now. Need a fork here. Just going to check on our burgers. So let me know in the comments, what are the kinds of things that you guys put in your homemade burgers and your burger bar? Are there any kind of classic toppers that you use or non-classic toppers that you like to use? Add a little bit of oil to this. We like olive oil. Like I said, you do not need to add olive oil to our kitchen cooking utensils, but we like it. There we go. Okay, so we're almost done with the condiments here, the toppers, and I'm going to add the avocado. I use a fork. You could also use, we have like a masher with Epicure. One of the reasons I love avocados is we used to have a tree when I was growing up, an avocado tree in the Caribbean where I grew up. So I love avocados and everything in them too. So smash up the avocado, add a tablespoon of our guacamole mix. This is a minute recipe in a minute, guacamole. You can also put this in vegetables and meat, rice, potatoes. Everything is multi-use. Okay, so I'm using our measuring spoon, which is a 4-in-1. You have tablespoon, four uses. So tablespoon, teaspoon, half a tablespoon, and half a teaspoon on both sides. So very simple, practical. My favorite color, purple. Okay, so now mixing up our avocado here, we can add some lemon juice. I'll add more lemon juice. Just want to show you how much it comes out. It's so easy. It just falls out with that. So one of my favorite things is when people share their own tips and ideas so that other people can benefit, and I can share them in my next cooking class. So as you see, my salsa, my guacamole are ready, and yes, these are for the burger bar. And one more thing we need to prepare is our burger sauce. Are you excited about that? Okay. Our burger sauce is very popular, our mix. It's called the Big Burger Sauce. And I cannot tell you which one it tastes like, but it has like an arch, okay? The place that has a sauce that tastes like this. But the ingredients are super healthy. Do you see those yummy chunks of spices in there? Herbs and spices. It also tastes like a Thousand Island dressing. So you could use it like with yogurt to make a Thousand Island dressing. I'm going to make the classical recipe on it that's called the Big Burger Sauce. And so you need 1 cup of mayonnaise. Of course, you could use it vegan or regular mayonnaise. 2 tablespoons of ketchup, which you can replace as well, and 1 tablespoon of relish. So I'm going to make that. I have 1 cup of mayonnaise here in our measuring cup. And then I have ketchup, so we need 2 tablespoons of ketchup. 1 and 2. And then we need 1 tablespoon of relish. Of course, these can remain, mayonnaise, ketchup, and relish can remain as well because they're part of the burger bar. They're part of the different toppers for the burger bar. You can also make mini burgers with the same press. So you can make mini burgers, regular burgers, or stuffed burgers. 3 different kinds. So I'm going to mix this up with the Big Burger Sauce. And I need 2 tablespoons of that. Use both my measuring spoons. So 1 and 2. Here we go. It's going to change color. Nothing unwholesome in here. No, or all of our products are low sodium or no sodium. And this is going to transform your burgers, and everybody will want more of them. There we go. So, low or no sodium, but so much taste. And like you see, those jars can last forever. Okay, so here we go. It's ready. Now, is anything missing? What am I going to stuff my burger with? Are you ready to see that? So I'm going to remove the burger that had a hole in it that I prepared. Remember, you can make that with any burger. So do you remember our portobello mushroom? This is what it looks like. It looks like an actual burger. And it has like a hole in it. It was very easy to make. Very, very easy to make. And I am going to stuff it with cheese. But remember, it's a vegan recipe, so I have a special cheese. I am sure you can find something where you are, but this is here. It's from Bec Nature, which is a Quebec company that produces vegan stuff. Look at this. Doesn't it look yummy? It's vegan cheese. You can actually use goat cheese if you want to. So I'm going to cut a slice to put in the middle of my burger. With my awesome knife here. A little piece here. I want it to be a circle. Okay. There we go. I want it to be a little bit more of a circle because my hole is circle. So here's my little piece of cheese. I showed you how you can make a regular burger stuff too. And I'm going to add it to the middle of my burger. Here you go. So if it were a regular burger, of course you'd put another layer of your mix on top. But because it's a portobello mushroom, I could add the other one, but I'm just going to leave it open. Isn't that wonderful? It's a stuffed portobello mushroom and it's vegan. Yumminess. Okay, the very last thing I want to share with you is a quick salad idea. So I have some lettuce here, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of it and put it in a bowl. And you could use any of our mixes to make a salad dressing. We have several salad dressings. We have Caesar, balsamic. We also have a ranch dip mix that would make an awesome dressing with yogurt or whatever you'd like. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the lettuce and slice it up, and I wanted to show you one more time. So I just slice it really quickly with my knife and put that in a little salad bowl, sorry. So this is where I would put the salad dressing. And I wanted to show you something I bought. It's called croutons. It's croutons with no gluten. Just, it has, you could probably make it. I bought it, but you could probably make it. It has different kinds of grains and seeds. You can see how it looks. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that on my salad. So that way I have a salad plus the salad dressing. And then we have our burger, stuffed burger with cheese. And we have our, this is called a crisper, goes in the oven. Anything you cook on it, bacon on it, it makes it crisp. So for pizza, whatever. So I put the burger bread on top. So crisp the bread, add the burger, and then everybody gets to use the toppings that they want. And remember, what did we make? We made salsa and guacamole. I also have the mayonnaise, the ketchup, the relish, mustard. We have mustard with Epicure as well. Then I have the big burger sauce. Of course, I have the cheese. I have some of the cheese left. And we have the salad. So what do you think of that menu? I would love to have your comments and suggestions. And one last thing, I always suggest a drink, and I know I've shown this one before. You can find the recipe, but it's mango lassi. There's a recipe on there to make like the Indian-inspired drink. I just add it to almond milk and just mix it up and drink it just like that, like really cold. I love it that way. You can make kind of like a smoothie type of drink with it. So this is a very enjoyable product. It's kind of like, what is it called? Savory and sweet at the same time. And you have a recipe of avocado all over. You have a recipe on the back how to make it. Very simple. I do not use a blender. I don't even add frozen mango. I just add yogurt and milk. So this is to have like a cocktail type smoothie. One of my next couple of cooking classes, I have one that's about cocktails. So Let me know what you thought about my cooking class. I'll be back next time. This is the first of a series of 12. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.